Hello, friends. Let's discuss the first question in today's set of current affairs. According to a report by Deal Room and London and Partners, India ranked dash globally with the United States dollars $24.1 billion worth of venture capital funds. Now, about $24 billion came to India through venture capital, as seed capital in a lot of startups in India. Now, that still made us the fourth most, sought after destination for foreign investment in startups. Which are the top three? Okay, even before that, of the $24 billion that's mentioned here, about 10.7 billion dollars, went to the startups in Bangalore. 10, little under $11 billion. 10.7 out of 24.1 went to the startups in Bangalore. So Bangalore is India's most sought after city for investment in startups. Shall we look at the top three? I mean, it's mentioned here as India is ranked fourth, so there must be top three, isn't it? So top three nations for venture capital investments. See, venture. Let me explain what's venture. Venture is project. Basically, any kind of activity is venture. Capital, money is required. Capital is required to start a venture, to sustain it, to maintain it, to get to turn it into a profitable unit. But that could take a lot of time. So in the initial days, some kind of hand holding along with capital investment is required. So these guys who come from foreigners, they would look at the business plan. They would see how the companies are being run. They would look at this is line of activity who's when it's going to break even, that is make profit, no loss no profit situation. From there on, how is it going to make profit? So money is invested with an idea of making more out of it. Okay, money should earn money. That's a funda here. So top three countries. One, United States. So India received 24 billion, isn't it? United States received 233 billion. One, US 233. Second one, China. Yeah, China 48 billion. So there's a huge gap between the first and the second. In fact, China is nowhere in the picture when it comes to the US. No other country comes in place. Comes in anywhere close. To China 33, 3. My math is bad, I guess. From 2 I went to 4. 2 is China with 48. 3 is United Kingdom 30 billion. 4, India 24 billion. Take round figures. Next, top, since Bangalore is ranked 5th, we will take top 5. Top 5 cities for attracting VC funds. Top 5 cities for attracting VC funds, venture capital funds. 1, Bay Area. It's not strictly speaking, not an area, not a country, not a city, but we'll just take it as one entity. Bay Area, BAY, San Francisco Bay Area, that's California. Okay, BAY, Bay Area. 2, New York City. Third one, Boston, BOSTON, Boston. So the top 3 are in the US. 4, London. 5, Bangalore. So if Bangalore could attract about 10.7, how much did London do? Attract 19.8, so $20 billion. Yeah. Third, Boston, almost third, 20, a little over 20. 28 is what New York City received in investments from venture capitalists. But the Bay Area, where some of the world's most advanced technology companies are located, where cutting edge research is happening in technology, in terms of problem solving, in terms of funding and all, then Bay Area received about $72 billion. Yes, $72 billion. Yeah. So that's a little about this. But where does this money go? When we say $24 billion worth of venture capital funds had come to India, what kinds of sectors, what kinds of industries, what kinds of business ideas they pick up? Media, fintech, that is financial technology. Then you have education, yeah. You have media as well, fair, and transportation. These days, a lot of companies are investing in transportation companies. So things are happening, things as they are happening, really happening. Which country assumed the presidency of the 13th Assembly of the International Renewable Energy Agency? Well, our own nation, India. Shall we write a bit about the IRENA, IRENA, IRENA? Please write this, underline that. First one, you take the full form, International Renewable Energy Agency. Head office, Abu Dhabi, ABU, Abu, or Abu Dhabi, DHABI, Abu Dhabi, Abu Dhabi, which also is the capital of the UAE, Abu Dhabi, comma, UAE. Next, Director General, Director General, Director General, Francisco. I'm going a bit slow because I'm not carrying this pen, to write on the screen for you. Francisco La Camera, three separate words. Francisco La, L-A, La Camera, C-A-M-E-R-A. Francisco La Camera. Okay, there we go. From here, which of the following bagged the Best Small Bank Award in the Best Bank Survey for the year 2022 conducted by Business Today and KPMG? KPMG is one of the world's four biggest, accountancy, tax advisory, and consulting firms. Well, of course, the best small bank in India is Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank. Now, before we don't really have to discuss TMB, but we could do one thing. We could take this best bank survey. A lot of prizes, could come as match the following kind of thing. So, right, best banks survey for 2022. Dash awards presented by Business Today. Here, Business Today and KPMG. So we're going to take a long list of award and the winner. Okay, so you could write it in two columns. First one, Best Bank of India, or you could simply write Bank of the Year. Simple. Best Bank of the Year. Best Bank of the Year. ICICI Bank. Next, Best Bank. In case you don't want to write Best Bank repeatedly, you could simply put BB. Best Bank for innovation. Next, SBI Special Jury Award. Special Jury Award. I'm so sorry. Special Jury Award for consistent transformation. Dash State Bank of India. Next, Best Bank in Talent and Workforce. Best Bank in Talent and Workforce. Bank of Baroda. Next, Best Bank in Fintech Solutions, Financial Technology Solutions. fintech solutions or fintech initiatives. Both are one and the same. Dash. Bank of Baroda. Again, Bank of Baroda. Next. Best best payment gateway. Best payment gateway. There are a lot of payment gateways. Yeah. So best payment gateway dash pay letter U. Pay you. Pay you. Next. We'll stick to Indian banks. Okay. Next. Best large bank. Best large bank. HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank. Next. Best mid-sized bank. Best mid-sized bank. What is it called? Bank of Maharashtra. Bank of Maharashtra. Next. Best small bank. Best small bank. Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank. That's what the question is about. Because you can look up. Yeah. Best small bank. Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank. Last one. Best small finance bank. Best small finance bank. AU Small Finance Bank. Letters, capital letters A and U. A and U. So, AU Small Finance Bank. Okay, I guess that's about it. Whom the following became the first woman officer to be posted on the foreign assignment to the Border Roads Organization? That's Captain Surbi Chakmola. Yeah, pretty brave. So I would want you to write a bit about this. Right. What does Border Roads Organization do? Write that. Border Roads Organization builds, BUILDS, builds and maintains road networks, builds and maintains road networks along India's borders and in friendly neighborhood nations. Next. Director General dash Lieutenant General Rajiv Chaudhary. LG Rajiv Chaudhary. So Director General is Rajiv Chaudhary, Lieutenant Rajiv Chaudhary. Next, Lieutenant General के बाद एक और लिखते हैं, we could write Captain Surbi Jakmola. Could write the lady's name. Captain Surbi Jakmola belongs to the 117 Assam Rifles. Okay, Captain Jack. Yeah. You could also write has been deputed to Bhutan. Let me repeat. Captain Surbi Jakmola belongs to Indian Army's 117 Engineering Corps. 117 Engineering Corps, CORPS. When you write it, it's corps. When you read it, it's core. Okay, P and S are silent. Core. Next, She has been sent to Bhutan as part of Project Danke. Project Danke. Danke. Project Danke. Okay, there we go. Which payment service provider announced the expansion of signature Girls for Fortex STEM education program in India? What STEM? Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Okay, so Girls for Tech STEM is a program started by MasterCard. They have helped 3 million, that is 30 lakh girls in 60 countries. In 60 countries. You know, and see, an empowered woman can take care of a family. Yeah, an empowered woman is very different from, you know, we're talking of normal rights that most Indian women folk have. Unfortunately, this is a country where we worship goddesses, but do not treat the, the girl child, the lady, yeah, at home with a lot of respect. So I think somewhere down the line, you need to appreciate the fact that these kinds of programs help kids do well in the future. Okay, so MasterCard has this program in 60 countries where they are training 30 lakh girl students. It's a pretty good one. Yeah. Why don't we look at the names of the CEOs of for these companies? Let's look at 2, 3, 4. One is not important. MasterCard, the CEO is Michael Maybach. Michael, Michael, Michael Maybach or Maybach, Miebach, Miebach. Next, Visa. Alfred Kelly, Alfred, Alfred, Alfred Kelly, 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 Alfred Kelly. Next, PayPal, 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 it's already mentioned there. Then the CEO is Dan Schulman, Dan, Dan Schulman, SCHULMANN, Schulman. Next, MX, American Express. Stephen Squeri, Stephen Squeri, Stephen Squeri, SQUERI, Stephen Squeri. Okay, there we go. Which of the following became India's first public sector bank to launch credit cards for its fixed deposit scheme? Pretty good one actually, but if it's a credit card, it's a debit card, it won't really help. So credit card does help. Okay, and Punjab National Bank is the first one to provide such a card. One peculiar thing about Punjab National Bank is that it's the oldest existing Indian owned bank. In 1894, when the company was started by two persons, including Lala Lajpat Rai, there were, when it was started initially, there were not many banks which would provide, there were not many banks which would provide services to Indians. So, of the banks that Indians started, it was started by Majitya Singh Saab and of course Lala Lajpat Rai. So these two persons started Punjab National Bank, and at the time when it was started in 1894, it was, and today it's still there on. So among all the banks that were started in India and owned by Indians, this is the oldest bank. So simply put, Punjab National Bank is the oldest indigenous bank of India, native bank of India. And its CEO is a guy called, what is his name? Suddenly I forgot. Yeah, Atanu Kumar Goel. Atanu Kumar Goel. Atul Kumar Goel. Atul Kumar Goel. Doesn't look like it's my day. Atul Kumar Goel. ATUL. Atul Kumar Goel. Happens. State Bank of India. India's largest public sector bank and overall India's largest bank. Second largest public sector bank is PNB. State Bank of India's chairperson is Dinesh Khara. Khara. Dinesh Khara. Next. Union Bank of India. A. Money Mekhalai. A. Money Mekhalai. Okay. Punjab and Sindh Bank. The CEO's name is Swarup Kumar Saha. Swarup Kumar Saha. Swarup Kumar Saha. Bank of Baroda. Sanjeev Chadda. Sanjeev Chadda. He just got an extension for 5 months. Recently, he got an extension for another 5 months. Sanjeev Chadda, Bank of Baroda. Next, the European Union recently inaugurated the first orbital launch pad on the European mainland. Mainland is Europe without the islands like Iceland, Britain, Republic of Ireland. Okay, so they launched their first, orbital pad from Europe, somewhere in Europe. It is in Arctic, Sweden. Arctic, Sweden. So what is the name of this facility? You could write this. The name of the facility is ESRANGE. 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 Space Center, comma, Kiruna. 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 Okay. Comma, Sweden. It's in Sweden. It's in Sweden. Next. Who is the CEO of Finland? The CEO of Finland is not CEO. It's not a company. The chairperson. We are talking of not just the president. We are looking at the prime minister. Please write the name. Sanna Marin. SANNA. I repeat. SANNA. Sanna Marin. MARIN. Sanna Marin. Okay, is the Prime Minister of Finland. Norway. Jonas or Jonas. 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 Store. 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 Jonas Store. Jonas Store. Sweden. Ulf Kristersson. ULF. Switzerland. Now, Switzerland has a 7-member federal council where each member takes turns to become the prime minister. Okay, sorry, the president. This year, the president is, you could write this, the president is Alain Berset. ALAIN. Alain, I repeat, ALAIN. Alain Berset. BERSET. Alain Berset. Previous year it was Ignacio Cassis, and before him there was Simonetta Sommaruga. This is Switzerland is a very tiny country, very tiny country. Iceland. Iceland is an island in the North Atlantic, and its prime minister is Jakobsdottir. Katrin Jakobsdottir. 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 Katrin. KTRIN. KTRIN. Okay. Which Indian conglomerate has inked a pact with automotive major Ashok Leyland for the use of hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicle. Truck or vehicle. Vehicle is any kind of vehicle moving, Remember, the H in vehicle is silent, so it's vehicle. So the Adanis have tied up with these guys, and this is a raging controversy regarding Adani's source of funds. Why the share price is so high. So lots of queries here. Adani Group CEO is, as you know, Gautam Adani. Gautam Adani. Aditya Birla's chairperson is Kumar Mangalam Birla. Kumar Mangalam Birla. Reliance Industries Mukesh Dhirubhai Ambani. Tata Group has over 100 companies which are more or less, they come under Tata Sons, SONS. Tata Sons. Tata Group में Tata Sons dash. Okay, Tata Group, Tata Sons. Chairperson is Chandrasekharan Natarajan. Chandrasekhara Natarajan. Chandrasekhar Natarajan. Maybe in the future we may end up seeing these fuel cycles, fuel gadgets, especially electric vehicles. Which of the following institutions prior approval is required to pick up a 5% stake in banks in India? In banks in India, it's Reserve Bank of India. You could write this. Reserve Bank of India. The governor is Shaktikanta Das. Shaktikanta Das. See, taking a bigger stake in an Indian bank could spell trouble. Okay, could spell trouble, especially for customers, and regulatory problems for the acquirers. So, Reserve Bank of India. If you want to go around, Reserve Bank of India's Bombay headquarters, you can just go around. It's there's no museum there. Do not worry too much about it. But many people talk about RBI being headquartered in Delhi, because when they say central bank, obviously, generally people say the central bank will definitely be in the national capital. So, but in the case of the RBI, it is not so. It is not so. So the Reserve Bank of India has its own museum, and of course, it's headquartered in Mumbai. Okay, one more thing you could write: foreign direct investment in public sector banks. Foreign direct investment limit in public sector banks is 20%. 20%. 20%. Next. Foreign direct investment in private sector banks, FDI in private sector banks. FDI in private sector banks. FDI in private sector banks, 74%. 74%. Okay. Chalo. Who's the Commerce Minister of India? Piyush Goyal. Finance Ministry, Nirmala Sitharaman. RBI Governor, R. Venkatamana. Niti Aayog CEO is Parmeshwaran Iyer. Parmeshwaran Iyer. Parmeshwaran Iyer. Then SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. The president here is Madhavi Puri Bhuj. Madhavi, Badhabi, Madhavi Puri, Puri, Puri Bhuj, Buch. Kasim Joma Tokayev dissolved the Central Asian Republic's lower house of parliament and set an early election, that is sometime in March this year. Tokayev is the president of Kazakhstan. This is Kazakhstan. You could write world's biggest country world's biggest landlocked country world's largest landlocked country. World's largest landlocked country, Kazakhstan. Its area is a little over 27 lakh square kilometers. It would be the 8th biggest country in the world by area. but it's a kind of a dictatorship. Yeah, we may say that it is it's dictatorial, but remember, when we say dictatorial, we are talking about the people in power. We're not talking about the constitution. Okay, yeah. Then yeah, we can look at these choices, the presidents and all. Not really all of them. Maybe yes, we could look at you know what, there is a country here called Mongolia, isn't it? Mongolia is the second biggest landlocked country. The biggest is on the west of Mongolia in the map that we have, and Mongolia itself is, Mongolia itself is sparsely populated. Okay, it's the second biggest landlocked country in the world, around 15 lakh square kilometer area. So Turkmenistan is this is Turkmenistan. Here's the dictator. Um, his name is Gurbanguly Muhammadov. Sorry, Berdi Muhammadov. Berdi Muhammadov. I'll spell it for you. BERDIMUKHAMEDEV. Muhammadov. The first name is Sardar or Sardar. SERDER. SERDER. Okay. Reed Hastings recently announced that he will step down after more than two decades at the company. He is one of the founders of Netflix. He is one of the two founders. Who is the second guy? The second guy, you write his name, is Mark Randolph. Mark, M-A-R-K. Mark, M-A-R-K. Mark Randolph. R-A-N-D-O-L-P-H. Randolph. Mark Randolph. These guys started Netflix sometime in 1997. What are these channels? Disney Plus is owned by the Walt Disney Company. Then Prime Video, Amazon. Netflix is a separate company. Hulu is, it's a company that's owned by, if I'm not wrong, it's owned by Hotstar. Hotstar is owned by Sony. Sorry, Hotstar is owned by the Walt Disney Company. Okay. Look at HBO Max. HBO Max is owned by Warner Brothers. HBO's home box office. What is it? Home box office. India's first center of excellence of online gaming will be set up in Shillong, Meghalaya. So there's barely anything to discuss here. We could put one institute in each of these places. Hyderabad, National Institute of Nutrition. National Institute of Nutrition. Just for yours, National Institute of Nutrition. Bengaluru, Indian Institute of Science. Shillong has the Indian Institute of Management. New Delhi. All India Institute of Medical Sciences. That's also Center of Excellence. All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Next, Pune, National Institute of Virology. Which is the first district in India to provide basic documents to all tribal people? Wayanad. What is it? Wayanad. Okay, before I discuss Wayanad, why don't we look at what is OTT? Netflix, all these channels you see here, I just want to bring this back. These are all OTTs, over the top channels. What are they called? Over the top. So what's over the top? This is where internet is directly connected directly, India, internet or TV, basically, we could say TV, okay? TV streamed, TV is streamed directly to your home via satellite. So there is a transmission, direct transmission via satellite. So when we say direct to satellite, we are looking at what does it bypass. It bypasses cable, it bypasses what is it called, it bypasses cable, satellite, and broadband. Okay, broadcast. So not the traditional method, directly from the satellite, OTT comes over the top of broadcast. Yeah. What we said, broadcast, and somewhere I'm little lost, yeah, in this case, broadcast and satellite. Okay, so which is the first district needed to provide basic documents to all tribal people? Why not? So let's discuss this. Why not is in Kerala. It's the member of parliament is I think Rahul Gandhi. And when we say, first district to provide all basic documents in digital fashion, especially tribal people, what did they provide? Okay, you could write this. Provided six documents. Provided six documents like birth and death certificate, comma, Aadhaar, comma, voter ID, comma, ration card, bank statements, 4 of them, 5 bank statements, 6, and health insurance, you could also write dash, all provided to all tribals, all 6 documents provided to uh, 6 documents provided to all tribals through the ABCD campaign. What is ABCD? Akshaya, big campaign, for documents digitalization. Okay. Exercise Cyclone 1 is the first ever joint exercise between the Special Forces of Indian Army and the Egyptian, Special Forces. This is Egypt. Straight lines, you see. Yeah. Form the boundaries with Sudan and Libya respectively. But you know what? Egypt's president, Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, is the president, is the chief guest at the Republic Day function. Yes. The chief guest, the foreign dignitary this year, is the president of Egypt. Egypt's president is Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. Okay, we'll discuss this later. This is Turkey. You can see this. Yeah, this is Turkey, and this is Egypt. Egypt provides a land, boundary to, you could say, land passage, not just boundary. Okay. For some countries, a boundary like Israel and Saudi Arabia, forms a boundary, but technically it's just a land passage that connects Asia with Africa or Africa with Asia. See, this is Turkey, Black Sea. This is the Mediterranean Sea. So we have all these things here. Turkish. This is Turkey. The country's name has changed. It's called Turkiye. 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 I'll just give you the names of the leaders of Syria and Jordan. Syria, Turkey, we have been discussing for some time now. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, Bashar, B-A-S-H-A-R, Bashar al-Assad, A-L hyphen A-S-S-A-D, Bashar al-Assad. Asal al-Assad is a surname. His first name is Bashar. He is an ophthalmologist. He became the ruler of Syria after his father's death. Then you write Egypt. We can take one more. Egypt President Abdel Fattah, Abdel, A-B-D-E-L. I repeat, A-B-D-E-L, Abdel Fattah, F-A-T-E-H, Fattah, Abdel Fattah, L-C-C, E-L-L hyphen C-C, S-I-S-I, Abdel Fattah Al-Sisi. Okay. Jordan, this is Jordan. This is Jordan. This area here. Jordan's king is Abdullah II. Abdullah II. Name the Indian American aerospace industry expert who was recently appointed NASA's new chief technologist. The full form of NASA is National Aeronautics and Space Administration. National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Okay. Now, A.C. Charania is succeeding Bhavya Lal. Succeeding Bhavya Lal. B-H-A-V-Y-A. Bhavya Lal. L-A-L-L. Lal. Bhavya Lal. Or some places I found single L. L-A-L. Bhavya Lal. Okay. Dash. NASA Administrator, the chairperson, the head of NASA is Bill Nelson. Bill, B-I-L-L. Bill Nelson, N-E-L-S-O-N. N-E-L-S-O-N. India observed the 7th Armed Forces Veterans Day on 14th January 2022. In this context, to identify the correctly matched pair. The Chief of the Indian Army Staff is General Manoj Pandey. General, there should be something general. Chief of the Army Staff, Air Marshal Vivek Ram Chaudhary. Chief of the Naval Staff, Radhakrishnan Harikumar. Chief of the Indian Coast Guard, Virendra Singh Patania. That's true. It's all true. The rest is true. Okay. Now I want you to write the name C. When we say R. Harikumar, it's Admiral Harikumar. Here it's Admiral Harikumar, Chief of the Indian Coast Guard, Lieutenant General Virendra Singh Patania, Chief of the Indian Defence Staff, General Anil Chauhan. So there are two generals, A and 5. Okay. Then A and E. Then the second one is Air Chief Marshal Vivek Ram Chaudhary. Then Radhakrishnan Harikumar, Admiral Radhakrishnan Harikumar. Okay. Then Kollam district was officially declared India's first constitutional literate district. It's in Kerala. Kerala, we just discussed Wayanad a while ago. Kollam's come here. Kollam is in deep south, pretty close to. It's pretty close to Trivandrum. Okay. Now it's about 70 kilometers if I'm not wrong. What is constitutional literacy? Making people aware of their rights, duties, ensuring that there is awareness of the different kinds of laws that impact common people. So we will have a constitutionally literate population, which is good because people need to know not just their rights but also duties. Okay. So Not much to discuss. Who is the new Miss Universe 2022? That is Bonnie Gabriel, United States. Okay. Divita Rai to finish in the top 16. The Divita Rai from India finished in the top 16. Venezuela was the first runner-up. First runner-up. Venezuela, first runner-up. The second runner-up was this, Dominican Republic. Miss Dominican Republic was the second runner-up. They don't say place three, they say second runner-up. Okay. Monique Riley as just as Divita Rai both finished in the top 16. Top 16. Yeah. So number 2 place, that is first runner-up, Dudamel, Miss Venezuela, and in the third place is Gabriel, United States. The theme for the WEF is World Economic Forum. WEF is World Economic Forum. The World Economic Forum, that's a theme, cooperation in a fragmented world. So couple of ideas about WEF, right? First one is established 1971. Established 1971. Second point. Head office, colony, COLOGNY, COLOGNY, colony, comma, Switzerland. Number 3, founder chairperson, dash, what's his name? Klaus Schwab, Klaus, KLAUS, Klaus Schwab, SCHWAB, Klaus Schwab. Last point. Annual meeting for 2023 took place. Annual meeting for 2023 took place in Davos, 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 Switzerland. Davos, Switzerland. Revolutionary is the other side of how India won its freedom. The author is written by Sanjeev Sanyal. He is a principal economic advisor in the Ministry of Finance. He is also the former chief global strategist for Deutsche Bank, one of the world's finest bankers. So, Sanjeev Sanyal is also the author of books like Land of the Seven Rivers. Land of the Seven Rivers. You could write this. Land of the Seven Rivers. One more book you could write. Look at choice 1. Subramaniam Jaishankar. Who is he? India's Foreign Affairs Minister. External Affairs Minister. So, he is author of a lot of books. I am reading one of his books. This is the book. The India Way. The India Way. The India Way. It's a pretty good book. In fact, I am here. This is where I was traveling. So, there's a boarding pass and yeah, I have read more than half of the book, so pretty good work. In fact, he gives a great insight into India's foreign policy. On what basis do we we kind of build relationships with our friends, not so friendly people, and downright countries, enemy nations like China, like Pakistan. Recently, Vidisha became the first ever district in India for on-ground deployment of innovative 5G, fifth generation mobile telephonic, innovative 5G use cases offered by startups. Vidisha is in Madhya Pradesh, center of Madhya Pradesh. It was in ancient times called Besnagar, Besnagar, Besnagar. previously called Base Nagar. About almost 2000 years back, it was called Base Nagar. There was a pillar built by a Greek fellow here. Anyway, that's called the Base Nagar pillar inscription. Base Nagar pillar inscription. And one more thing, you know, the other name for Vidisha is Bhesha, Bhesha or Bhisha. So local names, yeah, but now we call it Vidisha, and it's also important because before Ashok, Samrat Ashok of the Mauryan dynasty became the king, he became the emperor. He was the governor of Vidisha. One of his two wives was from Vidisha. She was called Vidisha Devi. Vidisha Devi. Yeah. Who of the following persons were recently appointed CEO of Nasdaq listed Cognizant Technology Solutions? The former president of Infosys, Ravi Kumar Singhi Setti. Ravi Kumar Singhi Setti. I think there should not be a dot here. Yeah. Ravi Kumar Singhi Setti. Look at the choices. Debashish Chatterjee, Mind Tree. Rajesh Gopinathan, TCS. Okay. CP Gurnani, Tech Mahindra. C. Vijay Kumar. HCL Technologies. With which nation did India establish a new working group to build a sustainable supply chain and bilateral trade? The answer is United States, but I put a map here. I wanted you to look at Turkey once again. See, this is enemy country of Turkey, Syria, enemy country of Turkey, Armenia. Not so great relationship between Georgia and Turkey. So this is Iran. Again, you see this is Iran, huge country. There's Iraq. Yeah. Iraq is, you could say, anti-Turkey in many ways because Iraq's influence, Iraqi government is influenced by the folks in Iran. Iran is 95% Shia Muslim. Iraq is 68% Shia Muslim. Okay. Syria, the Sunni population is 74%, but the ruler Bashar al-Assad is a dictator and he is a Shia Muslim. So you can see here one more thing. This is the Black Sea. This is a Black Sea. This is a Mediterranean Sea. This entire thing. Chota naam diye hue, Egon Sea and all that. Ignore them. Okay. See, this is Istanbul. Now, Istanbul, you can see where the cursor is, Istanbul, okay? Istanbul is spread across two particular continents. This is the, Asian Turkey, and this is the Western Turkey. Yes. So, Sultan Ahmad Al Zubair was recently named president of the COP28 climate conference with the UAE, which the UAE will host later this year. He is the chief executive of the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company. Okay. COP28. COP is Conference of the Parties. Parties to what? UNFCCC. To repeat, Conference of the Parties to the United Nations Framework. On Framework Convention on climate change. Okay. There is a huge, it's a big, his appointment has not gone down well with people. They say that we are discussing the environment, with the impact of oil, gas and everything. Here, the UAE is actually appointing the head of an oil company, to liaison, to work as a head of, the COP28 in their country. Yeah, some people will see irony. It's just work, is what I see. Okay. Silver economy is defined as production, distribution, and manufacturing of goods and services intended or meant to meet the needs of the elderly, the aged, and you could say, you know, the aged and that's enough, I think. The aged and the, we say, persons who are seriously old. Because in large parts of the world, silver economy is thriving. Producers are making things just to cater to tap the purchasing potential of senior citizens, because the world is growing old, and large parts of the world is growing old pretty fast. Like for example, Japan, the highest median age in the world is in Monaco, Monaco, Monaco. 53 years is the median age of people in Monaco. It's a tiny country. So if you remove tiny countries, look at Japan. 47.3 is the median age of a Japanese. 47.3. 47.1 is Germany. So if you take 47, Japan and Germany have the same median age, 47. China, 37.3. Let's make it 37. 37 is a median age in Japan, in China. And India is just 28.7. 28.7. Okay. So as the society ages, a lot of businesses may shut, which businesses that cater to younger populations, movies, we're talking of malls, we're talking of we're talking of things that normally old people don't use. Yeah, think of diapers. Young people, little fellows, they may use diaper, but when it comes to diapers, in a country like Japan, it's a loss-making business. Yeah, because fewer babies are being born in Japan. Sanjeev Chadda's tenure as managing director and CEO of Bank of Baroda has been extended by about 5 months. We mentioned this a while ago. Bank of India, you could write this, Atanu Kumar Das. Atanu, A-T-A-N-U, Atanu Kumar Das. Atanu Kumar Das for Bank of India. Bank of Baroda, Sanjeev Chadda. Punjab National Bank, to repeat what we wrote a while ago, Atul Kumar Goyal. Atul Kumar Goyal. Okay. State Bank of India, of course, Bank of Maharashtra also. Bank of Maharashtra is A.S. Rajiv. A.S. Rajiv. That's all from me, my friends. A couple of times I fumbled, but then I guess I was just being raw. Thank you for being here. Have a lot of fun. Stay curious.